Sup guys, as you might have heard, Wildstar is going to a free-to-play model, and I'm here today to tell you my thoughts about free-to-play, and we're going to be discussing the subscriber perks, and also we're going to be talking, of course, about how will it be to be a free-to-play player in Wildstar. How much impact is that going to have on your gameplay, on the things you can do, and such. So, first of all, let me tell you one thing. The best thing, one of the best things that could happen to Wildstar is this free-to-play model. To be honest, players these days they don't really necessarily want to pay a subscription for new games due to the fact that there are so many older games out there that people play. It's really tough for any company to come out on the market with a game that's gonna steal the majority from Aeon, Terra, World of Warcraft, and whatnot other older games. So going free to play, I think that's a really big plus, and I think that's gonna help the community a lot, and I think that's gonna help the game a lot. So yeah, I'm totally in for free to play. I was never bothered by like subscription-based games or like buy the game to play it forever, like Guild Wars, or buy the expansions or whatnot. So I never had a problem with paying a subscription. I always thought that subscription games do have fewer people than free-to-play games have. I'm I'm not an adept of the fact that free to play brings lots of scrubs or lots of bad players or whatnot. I actually met some of my best friends in free to play games or in games that went free to play after a few years of having a subscription. So I'm totally up for free to play. I have absolutely no problem with that. So yeah, that has to be said. Now, taking a look on Wildstar's past, I can tell you that the game is amazing, but it it seemed that it was kind of designed for a big mass of people. Then again, most of the games are kind of designed for large groups or large guilds. For example, from the top of my head, Archage. Uh, that's a game that was designed for huge amounts of people due to the farming system, due to the boat system that you can just have a massive army of boats. But when there's no people, there's no massive army of boats, there's no killing the Kraken. And especially in Europe, it's kind of hard. More Americans play MMOs than Europeans. So that's always going to be a challenge in Europe to get the right combination on the right game with the right amount of people and such. Wildstar the same thing. At the beginning, there was like this 40-man raid. The hardest raid was 40 man. So first of all, it was a clusterfuck because subscription-based game and having 40-man raids meant that you kind of needed to have 40 in your guild, 40 skilled, 40 attuned to be able to, have a nice time in there. I mean, as much as I understand progression, at one point it just starts to become, you know, like a stupid thing going on when 10 out of the 40 are maybe not that interested, maybe casual, maybe not that skilled. So, I got their point. It would have been a dream to have these 40-man raids working smoothly, not only for one or two guilds, but for a bit more. But the community didn't grow to be as big to allow three or four guilds to have 40 man good 40 mans on each faction on each server. So yeah, that kind of turned out to be a wash. Now, let's talk about what Wildstar is going to do now, which is basically going to go free to play and is going to have a subscription as well if you want to pay it. Remember, in Wildstar you can pay subscription with in-game money or you can pay it with real money. It's up to you. It's your game, your choice. Let's quickly see. If we go to the cash shop here and we go to signature, that's how they call it. Signature members are the ones that have this subscription going on. Let's see. Feature, free, and signature. Auction house, which is basically the broker system in Wildstar. If you're a free member, you have 3 active buy bids and 3 active sell loot. So basically, in Wildstar, there are two kinds of auction houses brokers. One of them is for, gear and armor pieces and accessories and whatnot. And the other one is for like consumables and pots and runes and crafting materials, etc. They are split into two. So you can have three on each of those auction houses. The signature members can have 30 on each of those auction houses. So that's a big difference. But to tell you the truth, from my experience, I never have more than five things on each auction house at a time. I I just don't find enough things. I'm not a crafter, so I'm not gonna craft pots and split them into stacks so I can just, then sell them later. So I don't do those things. I grind, but I don't necessarily, you know, get a lot of things that I could sell. The runes that I get, I put them in the guild bank. Some runes I actually sell on the broker, but those are part of the five things that I told you I have. So having three is not such a biggie because, yeah, you have three, but you have three on each char. Now, I know that free-to-play members, I don't know if it says here, uh, I don't think it says here. I don't understand exactly why. Maybe remember this is a beta client, so maybe this is not fully finished. I know that free-to-play players have, I think, two character slots. So if you have two character slots, that is already six of these active buy bids in total. So you can deal with that. In Wildstar, I can tell you one thing for sure. Auction houses and the two auction houses are not a big deal. I mean, besides pots, runes, and rune crafting materials, you don't really buy anything else. So you buy materials for crafting potions, you buy materials for crafting runes, or you buy potions and runes. So that's kind of it. uh, Nothing much to sell on the broker. It's not like other games where you can like like sell that it's full of skins, it's full of costumes, it's full of crafted gear that's competitive with the current gear, like a good starting gear or like a twink gear. So there's nothing like this in Wildstar. I know they're gonna revamp the crafting system, which is gonna make it you know competitive with the current gear that we have. So crafting things and selling them is gonna be a thing in the free-to-play client. But still, I still think that with two chars you can do with six, you know, until they get both. If you have good prices, they're gonna get both right away, like 2-3 hours. Then you have 2 hours to put, in 2 hours you can put some other six things on the broker. So yeah, I think you're gonna be fine with that. Challenge reward track. No bonuses for free and 25% bonus points for signature. Challenge reward track, I think, in Wildstar there's a system called the challenge system. Whenever like you kill mobs or you do quests, some random challenges pop up. And you can do those challenges for extra loot or for decor items. Some pretty cool decor items also from challenge rewards. Um, yeah, that's about it. So if you want, for example, you kill dinosaurs and all of a sudden a challenge pops, kill 100 dinosaurs in 2 minutes, even if you don't need 100 for your quest. That's just a challenge. You can do it, you don't lose anything if you don't do it, you don't gain experience if you do it, so you can do it if you want. What I understand from this is that instead of 100 dinosaurs that you need to kill normally, uh, you have to kill 75 basically. And someone just started working constructions above me, so that's fucking awesome. Exactly when I'm recording. um, let's quickly check here. Circles. Can join one circle or can join 5 circles if you're a signature member. Um, Joining one circle is enough. I don't see why you would join 5 circles or more than 5 circles. Don't see the point of circles. Maybe you just have some friends that are in different guilds and then maybe you want to like be together with them in a circle, but then again you don't need five. So yeah, circles are just basically what I use circles for is just funny looking names like guild names, but it's a circle name. So for example, if you want to say Kappa Kipo Dota Wipo, then you can just make a circle with that name. So that's, like just a joking thing. So anyway, that's good. Uh, cannot create or invite to circles. Can create and invite to circles. So thank fucking God for that. Cannot create or invite to circles. There's no need for free-to-play members, for everyone that joins the game, to create circles, because then we're gonna have a shitloads of um, circles being created and a million names running around, uh, 60 character names, guild names, so we don't need things like that. So that's pretty good, keeps the game clean, because every person that's gonna come to the game for 1 week and then quit after is gonna create 5 circles, and what the fuck, what's gonna happen next? We're gonna be full of circles. What's gonna happen with the current circle names? Because you cannot use them, right? If a guy comes, creates 5 circles, then leaves the game because it's too hard for him, then can I create the same circles? No, I cannot. And then the devs need to wait for like 90 days to be sure that that guy actually quit before deleting his circle, because if they delete it, he's gonna be butthurt. So that's a good feature. So that's okay. Circuit board crafting, no bonuses, 15% overcharge risk reduction. So this is something related to crafting. I'm not going to go into very much detail in this video about this. How crafting works in Wildstar, since it's a sci-fi theme, we're in space, we're on the planet Nexus, and everything has wires and circuits. It works like this. You try to craft something, and then the more stats you add, the more chance you have that item, being overcharged and, breaking and not being crafted. So with free to play, you don't have any bonuses for this. With signature members, you have 15% risk reduction for that item to overcharge, which basically means in turn that, you can add 15% more stats to your item and still be good and craft it. Now, commodities exchange, 3 active buy orders, 3 active sell orders. As I said, 2 auction houses in Wildstar. One is called the auction house, the other one is called the commodities exchange. So we talked about this, I'm going to just skip it. Coordinate crafting, no bonuses, plus 10% target radius size. Now, again, crafting. In Wildstar, the overcharging risk reduction, this applies to armor, gadgets, um, not gadgets, armor, accessories, and weapons. This thing here, the target radius size, this applies to cooking, alchemy, because it works a little bit different when you do cooking or alchemy than when you craft, weapons and armor. So 10% target radius, that means you're gonna have a bigger radius when you cook, which means you're gonna, find designs and the recipes faster than other people. Currency. Earn currency at normal rates for free-to-play players. Earn 25% extra currency. This is pretty good. You're not gonna miss it because in Wildstar you cannot do much anything with gold. It's just how it is. Sorry for that. Um, Earn 25% extra currency. That means the signature members are gonna be even richer than they are because everyone just stacks platinum, doesn't do anything much with it. Gathering, normal rate for free members, 10% increase for bonus materials for signature members. Um, so it's 10% increase for bonus materials, not for the default ones. So have that in mind when you gather wood, when you mine ores or whatnot, or when you're like a relic hunter. Guilds, cannot create or invite to a guild. Very good. Why would a player that comes here for a week make his own guild, make another char, make another guild with maybe names that signature members, the ones that love the game and want to be part of it, would want to have? And then that guy quits, same as with the circles, and there you go. Guild name is locked for T minus 90 days, 180 days. How many days the developers think about letting it exist before they delete it? So yeah, that's good. Cannot create guilds, really good. Cannot invite to a guild, that means a free-to-play member cannot be an officer in a guild. There's no need to be an officer in a guild anyway. So, I mean, even if you get to the rank to be an officer in the guild, you're just not gonna have the function to invite. You're gonna have everything else, like, I don't know, distribute loot, be a raid leader, deal with the guild bank, kick people, because you cannot invite, but you can kick. So, yeah, there's no need for you to invite people. And if you want to invite people, just that means you are part of the community. That means you love the game. That means you make 30, 40 platinum a month to buy yourself a signature uh, pack from inside the game if you don't want to spend real money. So that's really good. Good job, Carbine. Holiday events. Earn holiday currency at normal rates. We never had any holiday events in the live client so far. In the free-to-play client, I already saw like a Halloween event already going on, so I will assume this is for that. Earn extra 25% holiday currency. I don't know what holiday currency is. Probably the thing that you need to stack up to complete to unlock something in that event. I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's a little extra something for the signature players. Queue bypass, no priority, priority access. Queue bypass. Now, someone told me that queue bypass might mean the queues in the dungeons and adventures and stuff, or PvP. I I don't know that. I don't know if that's true. I highly doubt that's true. What I think is about the queues from the servers. God bless if there's gonna be queues in Wildstar. Holy shit. Yeah. Bypass queues. Please have queues. We have mega servers here, right? So two mega servers, one PvP, one PvE. If you guys are gonna be so many that we're gonna have a queue, I promise I'm gonna give my priority access spot to one of you guys. I'm just gonna wait in the queue because I'm gonna be happy. So I think it's the queues for the server. Someone told me it's the queues for the in-game content, like, when you queue up for dungeons and stuff. If that would be the case, that would be a little bit, you know, dodgy. If free-to-play members would have, if signature members would have priority access to the dungeon queues, I don't know. I wouldn't have put this function if it's for the dungeons. I would leave it if it's for the like the server queue overall, but I wouldn't leave it if it's for the dungeons. It seems a little bit too harsh. Reputation. Earn reputation at normal rates. Earn 50% extra from combat, 25% extra from quests. This doesn't matter very much. Reputation is just a system in Wildstar. If you want to have maximum reputation with each of the zones of the maps, then if you're a signature member, you earn 50% extra. And don't worry, guys, if you're a free-to-play guy and you don't want to spend anything, grind 1 month, earn 30 platinum, buy yourself a cred in game, and then the next month you just grind hardcore reputation and you're good to go. So that's not a biggie. Wake here cooldown, 1 hour for the free to play members, cooldown time reduced by 50% for the signature members. Wake here is when you die and you wanna, you're like far away from any camp or town or resurrection point, and you wanna just like wake up there so you can finish those 2 extra mobs that you were missing. It has 1 hour cooldown for free members, 30 minutes for signature members. It doesn't really matter because they are talking here about the cooldown that you pay with gold to res up at the same place. After you use that, you have the option to pay with service tokens, which you can get from the cash shop. So, yeah, mm, I don't know. Doesn't really matter this one. Rest experience, 1% every 12 hours, capped at 150% of the current level. So basically, if you have an alt and you don't play him for 60 days, you're gonna be golden. Uh, if you're a free-to-play user, they're gonna have lots of rest XP. For signature users, earning rate doubled, capped at 200% of the current level. So you get 2% every 12 hours, and capped at 200% of the current level. So yeah, basically if the current level requires you to get 1 million experience, you earn 2% of that every 12 hours, and you can have a total of 2 million extra that you can earn, by doing a quest. When you do a quest with rest experience, it basically doubles the amount of XP you get from the quest. That never mattered a lot. There is a cash shop item that fully fills your rest experience. I would say buy that from the cash shop even if you're not a signature member. So yeah, that's not that important. XP. earn XP at normal rates, earn 25 extra XP. This is pretty good. So I would recommend this. When you come to Wildstar, if you are in beta and if you liked it, buy yourself the signature member for 1 month. Your first month, the month that you just come in the game and you want to level up to 50, you want to have all of these perks, 50% from combat, reputation, XP, you maybe want to, create your own guild and be a guild leader or whatnot. So get the first month for, signature because you have all of these perks, especially this XP one. And then after the first month, if you don't like it, you just continue with free. If you do like it, you continue with like that, or you can just buy the in-game item. Uh, Create and invite to a war party. Signatures member have it. Cannot create or invite to a war party. Free members don't have it. I would love to. What is a war party? A war party is basically a feature in the game. It's a PvP feature. It's 30 versus 30 in the free-to-play client. So it has all sorts of, interesting mechanics to it. It's like a big map, two forts, and they are at siege with each other. You can deploy weapons, you can deploy like turrets, you can deploy like even world bosses. You can spawn inside the war plot, so it's really fun to do. Nobody really does it because, you know, you kind of need to talk to the other faction to get 30 from them because it's only faction versus faction, so that's cool. But when you guys come, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people for war parties. You cannot invite or create a war party, but don't worry, there is plenty of us, the members that have been here for a long time and will continue to be a signature, that will want to do war plots. So we're going to create parties, so you can just join them and experience the fun as well. You can just you just cannot make your own. And trust me, if you're a free-to-play player, it's going to be hard for you to make your own anyway, because probably nobody's going to know you, nobody's going to join you. Wildstar is like a village at the moment where everyone knows each other, everyone knows the other guy next to him, so it's pretty crazy. Now, other than that, uh, I don't know here why there is no holo wardrobe thing. I understand that costumes, you can have 6 costumes. If you're a signature member, you can have 4 costumes if you're a free-to-play member. Also, I don't understand why it wasn't in that description. The character slots. I understand you can have 2 character slots as a free-to-play player and 12 character slots as a signature player. So yeah, those are not included, but I think it's enough. 2 character slots is enough. It's not enough if you guys want to try all the classes, because that's like 6 classes, so you keep having to delete one of your chars. But if you want, in the cash shop, um, there is also, where was it? Account, where was it? Unlocks, account unlocks. There you go. Character slot unlock, 230 N coins. That's about 3 euros for a character slot unlock. Cap that, go cap it. It's really nice. If you don't want to pay for the game, and you want to experience all the classes, buy 4 more of these if you're a free-to-play member. And there you go, you have 6 slots, all the classes. Costume slots, you have only 4, we have 6. Buy 2 of these, you have 6 as well. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I think overall it's not game breaking for the guy that's free to play. It's not game breaking for the guy that's pay to play. So I don't think the people that are gonna buy the game are gonna have ginormous advantages. It is a it is quite a substantial advantage, with experience gain, with prestige, with reputation gain, and with creating a guild and overall the functions of the game and having more auction house slots. That's always good. So there are some nice advantages, but there aren't any game breaking things that would make you like be discouraged or whatnot. So I do suggest you try the game and you come at least free to play at first. If you love it, you're gonna go, with a subscription. If you don't, then you're gonna stay free to play. You don't lose anything on dungeons, you don't lose anything on gear, you don't lose anything on raids. Cooldowns are the same, so it's a really fair system. If you love the game, buy the subscription and support it. If you just wanna play the game, not very much in love with it, just be a free to play player. You don't lose anything big. You just lose some experience and some fucking reputation, which you don't fucking need anyway. So yeah, I definitely think that the system is very fair. I like how it is, and I love the fact that it's gonna be free to play. Other than that, hope to see you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and news. And yeah, lots of love, guys.